Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Abisaiba. Today we are going to learn a lot from our learning. Now let's get deep down to understand what we are going to do. Today we are going to we are going to study on metasploitable 2. First thing first. As you can see, I have good things to know, less important, very important from my workspace. Now, very critical. All content in this channel is for educational purposes. Hacking is illegal and we do not take responsibility on viewer action. Stay ethical always. Stay good. Anyway, kindly share, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can be motivated to give more and more. Now, what is metasploitable2? Metasploitable2 is a virtual machine that is intentionally vulnerable to cyber attack. It is designed to be used as a training tool for security professionals to learn about penetration testing and vulnerability assessment. As we all know, metasploitable2 is essential as a hacker's playground. The makers of metasploitable2 are the ones who make MSF cancel Metasploit, a framework that is being used on Kali. But today we are majoring on the problem to understand, to troubleshoot metasploitable2, the kernel panic that we always get. Why do we have to learn this? Why metasploitable2 today? Reason being, two, metasploitable2 experiencing a kernel panic when launching, and I will show you a good example, one which shows that it's not launching. This is most of the people, they are getting this error message, that is kernel panic not syncing, attempting to kill the idle task. It gives us some information about why it is not launching. From my card, I know there is somewhere that I've written something that the reason why it's not launching, sure, very important. There are several things that that may land your metasploitable2 to a problem, but the two main key points are the resources that you have allocated to your system. That is, that they have prescribed for them is 512 of RAM and 10 gigs of free hard disk, free memory, and then check the logs. Definitely, as we saw earlier on, that the logs tells you so much. The logs tell you so much. Let me check again and tell you. Now you can see the logs from these from our metasploitable2 shows us very clearly that the kernel panic not syncing, attempting to kill the idle. Now let's get beginning to our plan. Now let's go to our virtual box. Now what we shall do, we shall check first our resources. That is on settings. Now into our settings, we can see, you can go to our system. You can see I've given it more than enough, because it all depends on your on your system. Because I have a lot, I have 16 plus gigs of RAM. So given it 1 GB. For me, for my system, it's very much okay. The processor, let me give it 1 so that we can see the problem. Now, when it's done, now when we are done, now what we shall do, we start our machine. So that's what it's basically doing. Now, as you can see, we are starting our machine. As you can see, trying to capture what we saw from our system. Now, as you can see from our system, let me enlarge it so that we can see it very clearly. Now that is our machine. It all depends on your system. Let's wait and see until it starts. Yes, I think that one, it's I cannot expand it any further from that. Actually, as we can see, press escape to enter that menu. We won't do that, so that we want to see where we learned to our problems. Let me enlarge it a bit so that we can see it clearly, which is very okay. As you can see, my machine is running a lot of processes on the background. It might seem to take some time. Yes, the system is starting up, but unfortunately, as it starts up, because of the processor that we have given it, it might take a bit some time, but it will land into our problem. That is the kernel. That is kernel panic, which is the problem that we are going to land on. But all you know, we are here to learn something. Sure. You see, from the system, from the record, it's very clear that our system has landed into a kernel panic, not syncing, attempting to kill the idle task. Now, when it is there, it will definitely stay there, it will hang there. Even if you give it a lot of RAM, it won't open. Actually, I tried it with 10 gigs of RAM. It opened, but you cannot give a server such a big RAM. Anyway, the thing that we shall do is to power off our machine. Start power off our machine. Sure. Let me power off our machine. So that's okay. Now we are good to go. Now we go to our settings. We go to settings. We go to settings. Into our settings. Back into our settings. We go into system. Now we change our processor to 2. That's very important. Change to 2. Then we are okay to go. Then we start our system. We launch our system once again. As it starts, we need to make sure we press OK. Now I've missed it, so we have no other reason other than to start it again. As we can see, we need to press escape as it starts so that we can go to boot menu. We need to press escape. Yeah, we are good to go. Yes, after we press, you can see we have Ubuntu version 8.0.4. Now we press E. We press E for what? We press E to do some editing. We press E so that we can edit. Then you press again E once again. Now you write on your terminal no Epic. Then after that you enter. You navigate with the arrow keys to the kernel. You press E space no Epic. You press once again enter. Then after that you can see from our list of menu, we can see that we are being told press B to boot. That's what exactly we shall do. Then as you can see, our system is starting up and definitely to load up, and we have got our solution. Thank you guys for keeping it till to this moment. Let we wait and see how it goes and gets to log into our server. As we can see, still loading up, or it depends on your system and your RAM. Basically it's all about, because the speed of your RAM, your processor, it's the key. And now you have allocated and the resources that are being used on your system. Yes, we can see it's loading hardware drivers. Everything is okay. As we can see, loading please, wait, starting up, setting up, preliminaries, keypad, key map, setting up until it's up. Yeah, we can see it's almost there. Yeah, starting kernel log daemons. That basically after Postgres and Postgres. Now it's give us a login password. Login. Yeah, we have been given a login terminal so that we can log into our server. Yeah, you can see starting up Internet Super. There are so many processes that need to start up for our server to be up and running, but it was worth waiting. Now as we can see, now we enter password. We enter our password, msf admin. That is the login. No. Admin. Password. mfs no. mf admin. Definitely it will give us a shell. Boom, and we have a shell, so we can check our IP on IP config and check if the system is up, and you can see it is there, it is there. Yes, if config, we can see that we have a IP, and boom, we have done it. Guys, thank you for keeping it up so that we can see from our machine. That is a problem that we basically face if you are migrating from hard disk to SSD and all solid state type of drives. They have that problem of kernel panic. Otherwise, guys, subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.